Hey, 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 beautiful heart. What's vibing today? Dr. Danae, the Awakening Doctor, back again to do an energy reading, what you need to know today. Okay, guys. So it has been some pretty intense, chaotic, I'm just going to say intense energy going around. A lot of people on some bullshit. So you could even be on your own bullshit, guys. No judgment in it. You know, I don't do judgment. I don't do blame, shame, none of that. But I do speak facts and tell you, give you some guidance on how to maneuver through and shift your mindset when it comes to this stuff. So yeah. This cosmic energy, we are still in Mercury retrograde. Mars is still retrograde. Pluto's about to come into play, and we're on the backside of a very, very intense full moon in Cancer, which was all about emotions, relationships, family, looking at all of that, as well as looking at ourselves, our patterns, how we show up, how we perceive not only ourselves in different relationships, but other people. So yes, it's been very, very intense. Today's energy we are shifting. It's not as dense and intense as it has been the past 5 days or so. But with that said, all of this has been leading everybody to go inward and really find your voice, find your truth. What do you align with, what you don't? And then having the courage to set those healthy boundaries and say what you need to say. Today is one of them days about your own voice, your own truth, and not just speaking it, but really listening and hearing, observing, one, yourself, your inner dialogue, and how you're seeing other people and relating, as well as listening to what others are saying instead of rushing them through or trying to say your point or what have you. The energy today really is about listening. Not listening to react or respond, but listening more from a detached space emotionally to be able to understand what the other person is trying to convey or say, something like that. Whenever Mercury's in retrograde, communication is affected. It may be hard to find the right words. You may stumble over your words. Things you say may not come out correctly. And it's not just for you, it is for everybody. So today, if you can be mindful of the energy and discipline yourself to listen. And again, not listen to be defensive or to reply. That is a human habit, but to listen to understand. When we listen to understand, we can see a different perspective or be able to speak in a different way that is more productive. All right. With all of that said, let's dive into this. For those of you that are returning, thank you, and welcome. For those of you who may be new and just tuning in, my readings are geared to support you, to help you, to give you guidance and see the areas in your life where you're in your own way or blocking yourself. And to provide those tips and tricks on how you can work with your own energy and situations to shift your mindset and level up. So let's jump in. All right. Number 37, Magician's Sword. Confidence in your magic. what I want to say about this, confidence in your magic is confidence in yourself. You are magic. But gaining this powerful insight and being able to really hold the magician's sword in confidence and to be able to cut through the BS with that and not offend yourself or anybody else. This is talking about coming from that place of confidence, inner knowing, not from pride, but from humbleness. The inner child card that goes with this is number 52. Be curious. Be curious about all things you. Those areas in your life that you've shut down, repressed, pushed aside, you don't really want to look at, but yet you've been going through some situations or having experiences that these things keep coming up. That's your neon sign that says, hey, there's something here. It's okay to be curious. It's okay to look within. I know it may feel scary, but when you can step out of your emotions or stories for the moment, and hear me out, I know it's not always easy. There's a journey, there's a road, and it takes practice. But when you can do that and really just say, you know what is this trigger? Why am I reacting this way? What is going on within me? Where is that limiting belief? Because guys, no matter what the story is, the root, at the very root that is in the cellular level that needs to come out is a faulty perception about you for whatever reason. All right. With that, we have the King of Cups in reverse. So this definitely feels in line with what's been going on, that emotionally you may be feeling out of control or overwhelmed or just a lot of emotions that are coming up that can feel dense, thick, heavy, put you in some old patterns, old thought patterns, and really wanting to react. King of Cups in reverse for me is definitely an altered ego card. And it's where we're having a hard time controlling our emotions and we're being led by them and not in a healthy way. All right. Next row, we have number 29, Horned Cactus, resourcefulness. This is huge, huge, huge. This energy shift from 2022 into 2023, many could feel like you were really kind of getting it together. You had an idea of where you were going. 2023 comes in and you may be feeling a bit lost, like can't remember certain processes, things like that. This is a lot of doubt energy coming up, a lot of that questioning back over here, your confidence, your magic, your power. Because look, here we have claim your power. This is number 39. When we are not owning our power and our own resourcefulness, we are lacking in confidence and self-esteem. We are looking for validation outside of us. And essentially, we are just basically saying, I need somebody to come and tell me what's right for my life. And here's the crux to that. This awakening journey is about coming out of that programming, because that's what the Matrix taught us. That human consciousness programming taught us that we need validation outside of us. We need somebody or something to come in and put their stamp of approval and say, oh yes, that's good, go ahead and do that. That is the opposite of claiming your power. It's giving it away. It is basically saying that your thoughts, your beliefs, your ways aren't valid. And you're basically, it's not accepting yourself. Which is very interesting because the next card here is radical acceptance. Number 2, beloved. And I can see that this is this battle. This is that seesaw that you have been on. I feel like you go through parts of, yes, you totally accept yourself. Yeah, I got this. And then some old energy comes up and you're back into, well, maybe I don't know, that back and forth. With the devil in reverse, this is telling me that you are recognizing some of these limiting patterns in your life, and you're not subscribing to them like you used to. Many of you have taken the advice that has been coming out over the past 4 weeks in these readings, which is recognizing those limiting patterns, those limiting thoughts, those limiting words, and where you haven't accepted all of you. And you're starting to do that, which is great. But now with this energy, we're progressing. Number 3, enjoy your shower. For those of you who are like, okay, that seems off or out of place, it's really not. The shower, at least for me, is a magical place. Having that water come down on you, water can really bring life or death. Stagnant waters, still waters, things like that, can become very toxic. Just like our own energy, our own thoughts, when we're not in the flow. For those of you who can't get outside and ground or go to the beach or ocean, whatever, the shower can really be that magical place for you. Especially if you're really caught up in your head, having a hard time moving from those thoughts that just keep going and going and going. Get in the shower. Get in the shower. Let that water run over you. Practice taking some deep breaths to the count of 4 on the inward inhale, count of 4 on a deep exhale. And, let that water, use that water energy to really help guide this stuck, stagnant energy out. Because as you are on this journey of radical acceptance, you are in the process of looking at everything you haven't accepted. And that can feel very 10 of Wands-ish, very much a heavy load, a heavy burden. Lots of doubts come up. Claiming your power, radical acceptance, getting curious, being resourceful in your own energy, all of that takes practice. It's not going to feel natural right away. There's going to be push and pull. This is where constantly being aware of your thoughts and your feelings and reactions and patterns are going to serve you well. Remember, words qualify, but feelings activate. The overall storyline for this reading is you are on the path to your 10 of Pentacles. That is the ultimate fulfillment of every area of your life. Queen of Swords, this energy of not even accepting your own gaslighting bullshit, let alone accepting it from anybody else. The Queen of Swords energy is somebody who has been working on themselves, who's gone through a lot, and just isn't subscribing to the BS anymore. Queen of Swords is really the queen of the tarot that is allergic to the bullshit. And she's not allowing it in her life. And as you go through that, yeah, you are going to go through the Nine of Swords energy. Can feel defeated, overwhelmed, all of those different things. Kind of like the wounded warrior, when that's what altered ego is going to want you to hold on to. Oh, I've been through this, I've been through that. And I'm not making light of it. I'm just saying how ego keeps us trapped in our own stories. Because if you take a look at him, he's just like, oh, I've been through some shit. This is a lot. This is also a choice not to buy into that story anymore. Okay, this is my past. Need to regroup and move forward in a new way. Altered ego loves, one, it's always about the little I. It wants attention to itself, no matter if it's positive or negative. So that could be that victim mentality of, woe is me, this has been so hard, when's it gonna change, this is always happening to me, blah, blah, blah. To the other side, where that pride, the haughtiness of, well, I've been through this, I've done this, da, da, da. Both of those extremes, and yes, they are extremes, are out of balance, because you're trying to get to that point of balance, the center of balance, where ego is not running the show. This point of balance, this neutrality, is a point of, or a center of that knowing. That humble knowing, that confidence, knowing that you don't need to get into the angst, the worry, the anxiety, nor do you need to be extremely happy and vibrant and out of balance in that area. Altered ego is an opportunist. It will strike in both. Your goal is to bring yourself into balance, and that's something we need to do daily. Sometimes we need to do it multiple times a day. So the advice here is starting your day off, putting your hands over your heart, taking in a deep breath, and just saying, peace, be still. Today, I say yes to life, and life says yes to me in all its victory. What I think about, I will bring about, because what I feel, I make real. So today, I'm qualifying with ease and grace, no matter what I'm facing. With ease and grace, the answers will come to me. With ease and grace, things are always working out in my favor, because they are. All right, beautiful heart. I hope that helped. If you are wanting a personal session, insight session with me, all of that information is in the link below. My books are open on a limited basis, so go ahead, check it out. If this is where we end, until next time, I send you oceans and oceans of love from my heart to yours. Namaste. Bye-bye.